What an absolute tremendous fight we have here. Gary Russell, one of the 100 Gary Russells returning, defending his world title, Antuanne to be precise, against Andy Hiraoka, someone who's up and coming, the young Jap, coming overseas to take over the throne. Both their styles gel well, both of them mix well, and this is why I do believe this could be a potential fight of the year. Now, when you break them both down, Gary Russell, we know what he's about. Slick southpaw, lands good shots, but the only problem is when he throws out of range, he's very predictable and very easy to read. He'll throw punches out of range, and you'll see here, when he's thrown out of range, Rayo was just seeing it with ease. But the speed was the difference. That's what got Gary through it. Where Rayo, he had the IQ, he had the technical ability much better than Gary. He had the better defense. But the only problem is, speed kills, and that's what it did. Speed and precision. That is something which Gary, I believe, is tremendous at. But when you see there, when he overreached, he gets caught with a silly left hook over the chin. He needs to work on his defense and tighten up a little bit. But all in all, offensively, he's solid. But when he leaves himself open against the elite level fighters, they will just expose him with ease. And you see every shot he threw on the ropes, whatever shot he threw, let's say if he threw with his left, his right chin was exposed, threw with his right, his left chin was exposed. And where Rayo was slipping and shouldering, you know, he probably could have countered so many times, but he was a bit gun shy because of course he has that power where people, not everyone will walk through the power, so you need to be prepared for that, just like Alberto Puello was, although we saw what happened with his drugs test later on after the fight. So it is one of them theories where he has the power to demoralize you and break your heart, and he's got great technical ability, which is why this is the blueprint for the fight. Alberto Puello, make him smother his work where he doesn't land a few little shots on the back foot, turn him, and then you do the better work, the cleaner work, and nick the rounds. That is the blueprint to beat someone like Gary Russell, in my opinion. Where you'll see with Alberto Puello, he's just basic. He's just winning off basics. Just jab, lean back, left hand, every punch there, makes him miss. And what does he do? He makes him pay. And if I'm completely honest, Hiraoka, do I think he has that in his locker? But he's got potential. He's got massive potential. He's a solid fighter on the back foot. But has he got the precision, the speed and timing of someone like Alberto Puello? Well, you'll see here, his guard's horrendous, but let's cut the BS. Most Japanese fighters, a lot of their defense ain't really the greatest. It's more just stand in the middle and trade off. And you see here, no guard, just pure swing for the hills. Solid southpaw. I mean, look at him. I mean, I know he's skinny, but you can see his body and his back. He's well built, so he's got that bit of power about him. But all in all, good technical ability, but he's slow. He stays on the back foot way too long, which against Gary Russell, he will just spark you out. He's not going to let you come back and, you know, stamp your authority and go on the front foot. He'll just absolutely batter you and absolutely beat you down for as long as he likes. Where if you're here where he's using his range, using his defense, leaning back, making him miss, making him pay, landing shots of your own to stop your opponent, by all means do that. But he just does it in spells. He's not consistent, which you need to be against Gary. You need to be consistent. You need to do it for 12 rounds straight. But if you can't do that, you're going to get stopped before you get the chance to even find out, which is why I do believe this fight can gel well with both their styles. They both, I can see them both opening up. I can see both landing absolute bombs. But all in all, I think sometimes you got to go with a fighter who is a bit too seasoned at the world level. As good as Hiraoka can be, as you see there, defensively he's solid. But if you want to beat someone like Gary, you got to counter punch for 12, match the pace. You throw, I throw, my work's cleaner, I get a nod on the scorecard. Land on the back foot and turn him like Puello did, because then you smother his work, and then when you turn him and land the shots, you'll stamp your authority. But straight left will simply be the equaliser, because southpaw against southpaw, that is the key. When you're both fighting left-handed, that is the punch that will go down, and it's more effective than a jab when it comes to two southpaws, in my personal opinion. Now with Gary, of course, just land and move till openings come. They will come, because when someone has their hands down, their chin up high, he'll be exposed to many shots. So just jab and move, it will come, because defensively he's not the greatest. Although Gary's not really the greatest defensively himself, but he's got a bit more about him. Quality over quantity. Again, pick your punches, don't throw in hope. As I say, aim and fire, and allow Hiraoka I should say, to smother his work. So from both breakdowns, you can probably tell who I'm going to think is going to win, and it's pretty obvious. I do believe as well, from the 48-hour difference where he landed on Thursday morning, I believe, because he had problems with his visa. He might be jet lagged, he's going to be a bit rusty, he's going to be a bit cold, and I do believe that will be a factor and will be something that affects him massively in the fight, which is why, as tough as he is, as great and potential he has in the game, which I do believe he can probably be a world champion at some point, or have another world title shot, because I do believe he's a talented fighter, he has flaws. He has a lot of flaws, he does, Hiraoka, and I do believe Gary Russell will expose them. I believe he'll stop him. I believe he'll land a few good shots. Hiraoka will have some success. He definitely will have some success. He'll land a few good shots of his own, maybe nick a few rounds, might be competitive in spells, but all in all, I think absolute domination. I believe Antuanne Russell, he will jab, he'll land a few good shots, head body as he does, he'll load up, and then night he'll send Hiraoka on the canvas, and that will be the end of the fight. Now, that is my fight prediction. I hope you enjoyed. As always, I've got my VIP betting group in the link below. Feel free to join if you want any more supreme tips when it comes to the boxing world. But that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and as always, as I say, this ain't financial advice. This is going to be what I be betting and backing based off my research. Have a great day, boys, and I'll see you for the round. I'll see you fight.